Christie Aphrodite of Soul Journeys Radio and mytrueessence.net. And I know it's been a while since I've done a webcam video. I hadn't had a working computer for a while, but I do want to thank Noelle Man again. He sent me one of his computers so that I can do the show and continue to do the videos and all of that wonderful fun stuff. So thank you very much again. I'm super excited, and hopefully this works. This is my first one back, but I did want to do a little video, something that keeps coming up a lot. People keep asking, hey, my sister's sick with, such and such. What can I do to get her better? Or my mom is dying of, XYZ. What can I do to make her better? What can she take? My dad just had a triple bypass, and, he has some health problems, and, what can I do to make him better? And truthfully, the short answer is nothing. You can't make anyone heal, and you can't force anyone to want to heal. However, there are little things that you can do to be an inspiration for these people to want to change on their own. And if you are living in the same household as them and in charge of the groceries and the cooking and the food, well, then you're definitely a few steps ahead of the rest of us who care for people who live elsewhere, who don't really have a stake in what they eat. So, I'll just share with you a few things that you can do, and this is specifically for people that live with you, whether it's your children, your parents, family members, partners, loved ones, roommates, etc. Now, if you are in charge of the groceries, and you are doing the cooking, and you know better, stop enabling them. Replace the things you know are not good, white salt for Celtic sea salt, white sugar for raw honey, or maple syrup, or, chocolate for cacao, or white rice for brown rice, etc. So, start by switching things out like that. Also, if you have not juiced for them, juicing is the quickest way to get people to want to eat better. Because, first of all, they're going to get those boost of nutrients, and it's going to taste so good, unlike something they've never, ever, ever had in their life. I mean, how many people have actually had a glass of fresh, real grape juice? Like 5 of us? Okay, maybe 500, maybe even 500,000 now. But seriously, we have the technology now that we can do all this on our own. Welch's grape juice and, sparkling cider and all of those things, yeah, so you had them for Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners, etc. And yeah, they taste good, but nothing beats a fresh glass of grape juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, carrot juice, whatever it is. So you can start by juicing for them and getting them to taste what real fruit juice actually tastes like. So, for example, I had a friend who he swore up and down he hated pineapple juice, would never, ever, ever have pineapple juice, and last summer he was outside working, and I decided to have a little experiment. And I had just juiced a couple fresh pineapples. Of course, I didn't tell him what it was. And I just went out there and said, here, you look thirsty. Have a sip of this. And he drank it and took another drink. He's like, that's good. What's that? Oh, it's pineapple. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. Yeah, pineapple, the stuff you said you didn't like. Well, I understand if the only pineapple you've ever had is canned, why you don't like it. Well, first of all, your body knows it's frickin' fake as can be, and high fructose corn syrup, and I mean, it's not real pineapple juice. You cannot compare a real juice with the crap they're selling in the stores. So, if you are in charge of the food and you really care about these people, or even if you're not in charge and you care about them, start juicing for them and just give them a glass. And you will see, in time, I mean, they're not only going to be craving it, and craving more of it, they're going to be feeling better, and it'll probably be easier to introduce other delicious delights that will be healthier for them. So, Juicing is a good way, or smoothies. Who doesn't like smoothies? Everybody likes smoothies. Doesn't matter how health conscious you are or not. Everybody wants a smoothie. So make a fresh smoothie. Blueberries, berries, raspberry, whatever. Watermelon. How about this? Peanut butter and banana and cacao with some almond milk. I mean, that's absolutely delicious. So just start providing these things for them, okay? Granted, yeah, when they leave the house, they might go through the drive-thru and get a McDonald's milkshake and cheeseburger or whatever. But if you're giving them, good nutrition at home, and don't even tell them how nutritious it is, because I noticed that that's kind of a buzzkill, so just say, this is delicious, try that. And that's kind of how you get them hooked. So, and seriously, it works. I've done this before multiple times. So other things you can do if, they really like lasagna and comfort foods and stuff, you can find a way to first make it vegetarian. You can go vegan eventually, but the trick is you want them to start getting nutrition. So you can sneak in herbs, herbs that they're already eating, herbs that we normally just think are, well, they smell good and they taste good. Most of us don't have no idea how many benefits they actually provide for us. So sneak herbs in. Let's stick with heart disease because that's one that's come up a lot. You can stick turmeric. Sneak some turmeric or ginger or cayenne into the food that they think they love. And they're going to get the benefit. Cinnamon, hello, who doesn't like cinnamon? If they have to have their coffee or whatever, grind up some cinnamon or put some in there. So there's easy ways to get them to eat these things that they normally would not eat. Same person who hated pineapple juice, hated cayenne, turmeric, and ginger. Well, guess what? He eats it every single day he's at my house. Why? Because he doesn't have a choice, and guess what? He doesn't know what's in it. All he knows is that the food he's eating tastes good, and he feels better now. So, I didn't actually tell him about the turmeric and cayenne thing till, I don't know, it was probably at least a couple months. I'm like, I'm so glad you like that. Well, by the way, all of these things you said you hated have been in every single thing I've cooked for you. Oh, really? Huh. Wow, I never tasted it like that. So, anyways, prepare things for them. Get their meals ready for them. And, you keep them full on these meals, and when they do leave the house, hopefully they'll be so full of that they won't need to go through the drive-thru and, get something less healthful. But if you're in control of the food and you're in control of the kitchen, there is no reason why you can't assist people on their journey of getting healthier. Now, the truth is, not everybody wants to be healthy, and that's a total other video. But, many are, after they go and have like their third heart surgery done or such, they're like thinking, what do I do? Obviously these drugs aren't working because they've been giving them to me all these years, and, all the experts say there is no cure, so I'm just going to die and whatever. Start adding these things to their diet, and don't focus on what they can't have. Focus on what they can have. Oh, look, you get another 2 cups of delicious fresh blueberries. I mean, who doesn't want that? That's absolutely delicious and super high in antioxidants, various other things. So I'm not going to do that in this video here. I just want to give you ideas of what you can do to help people. But the thing is, people aren't going to change unless they want to change. But you can help them by planting seeds of love and preparing meals that are just as delicious or even more so that they know that eating healthy isn't just about eating celery and carrot sticks or raw cucumbers all the time. I mean, that's boring. I don't want to do that either, okay? So food is something that's kind of in my blood. I don't know if it's a Greek thing, but it's just something that I've loved and come natural for me, and just experimenting with recipes. So, whatever their favorites are, just get a more healthful version. And even if they're not ready to give up, meat and dairy yet, That's okay. Be patient with them. I never thought I would give up meat and dairy. Ever. No. You would have talked to me 10 years ago, 7 years ago, told me 5 years ago, told me I'd be vegan today and perfectly healthy. I'd be like, dude, you are high. You have no idea what you're talking about. I am never giving up, these things. So it happened over a progression of events, okay? So you can start with little things by juicing, making smoothies, making other, whatever their favorites are. And just make it a more healthful version. If you have to have meat and dairy and such, just make sure you're getting it from a clean environment. Stay away from the hormones and antibiotics and the GMOs. And of course, the way to do that is not buy it in a grocery store, okay? So make friends with the local. Go to your farmer's market. I guarantee there is a clean meat and dairy provider somewhere near you within the vicinity. So you can do it like that. And truthfully, I didn't become healthy overnight. Okay, I was in a wheelchair and couldn't make my own meals. So I wasn't juicing, I wasn't growing, I wasn't, picking weeds and, making smoothies or doing any of that. But when I could, it was still a series, it was a progression of events. So when I felt all the benefits I got from juicing and smoothies, thinking, well, I better add some more veggies here. And then, do I really have to have meat? I mean, I love Bambi. Why don't I love, cows as much? And, so that's a whole nother video, just, the progression of events. But you will start thinking, and when your body starts getting nutrition, the proper nutrition, you're going to start thinking more clearly, you're going to feel better, you're going to have more energy, and this is something that you can help your loved ones to do without them really even knowing what hit them. The whole forcing thing, you can never have that again, and I'm going to make you be healthy, I'm going to make you do this, that doesn't work. So throw that away. Just provide them with healthier options. And so when they come home and all that's there is, organic quinoa and some black beans with avocados, beans you made from yourself, not from a can, by the way, and almond milk and such, they're going to want that. I mean, almond milk. Hello. One of my friends in New York never thought he would have that. I brought him a juicer and brought him raw almonds, and he made almond milk for the first time, and they downed that in no time. And he loved the juicing, which is something he never thought he would do before. So many times it just takes, give it to them. Did you eat breakfast yet? No? Here, how about this delicious smoothie? And then they'll go to work or wherever they go, feeling fuller, healthier, more vibrant. Start stocking, snacks in the house. Like cut up the fruit and vegetables and have them in the fridge so they're easier to grab, or raw nuts, or, I put up a few recipes here on YouTube, but I do have over 200 of them on Facebook. So if you want to add me there, and it's everything from meat and dairy to vegetarian to vegan, where I am now, which I found delicious, healthful substitutes for all my old comfort foods, okay? So there's always something that can be done. So don't give up. Don't push on them. Don't preach on them either. Nobody loves to be preached at. Nobody loves to be told how everything they're doing is wrong. So just skip that and just provide what does work. Here's another example. This came up today in the Robert Morris Health, some group on Facebook, and people ask different questions and share their stories, and it was actually a heart condition. So I'll share with you a heart condition story that I know. One of my friends, when I first met him, he had a really bad heart condition. He was shaking, so bad. He couldn't even write his name. It was really, really bad. He was doing everything the doctors told him, taking the drugs religiously, and he wasn't getting better, he was getting worse. And he knew that, he'd seen that I had helped other people, but he's still like, she's some crazy hippie chick, and she's probably going to tell me to eat granola, so, screw that. But then he had another heart condition that kind of scared him, so he decided to ask for help. So I knew his lifestyle, and I knew that he was definitely not going to give up his meat and, processed food and such just yet. So I decided, well, why don't you try this tea, this herb tea? It's, dandelions, clover, plantains, oat straw, alfalfa, thistles, and, black cohosh, things that are good for his heart and such. Well, his whole body, for that matter. And I just asked, well, why don't you try drinking this a glass a day? And eventually, if you can stomach it, maybe replace your soda with this. He didn't make any other changes. That's all he did was replace his soda with that. Now, let me tell you, I have cooked for him quite a bit. And when you eat dinner at my house, it's what I prepare, and that's it. And I do happen to be an excellent cook, and I do happen to, be able to make things delicious and healthful. So just by eating those things, he started to feel better. And drinking the tea, he was off his heart meds, boom, in no time, shaking gone, all the symptoms gone, everything gone. And I did that just, by, okay, I understand. Why don't you just, if you could just try a glass of this a day. Then I started juicing for him. Then I would make his stuff and, whatever it is. I don't eat eggs, but he eats eggs. So what would I do? I would put turmeric and cayenne and sea salt on it. Not enough for him to even know it was there, but enough for his heart to reap the benefits of it and naturally want more healthful stuff. So, just plant seeds, be loving, be an example, provide healthier options, and have it there for them. Don't say, oh, you have to go do this and go do... They're going to be lost. What? I remember the first time someone told me to juice. I'm like, huh? What does that mean? Can you do it for me and hold my hand and show me? Obviously we have lots of videos and internet and things like that where people could find out if they want, but if you leave people confused with all this information and you can't ever do that again, you have to do this, they're just going to be overwhelmed and not do any of it. So you can help them and help yourself and your sanity in the process by providing better choices for them. And don't tell them it's better for them. Just say, oh, honey, I made you spaghetti. Or whatever. Okay? You don't need to tell them what's in it until after. But I guarantee you, in no time, they're going to start feeling better. And because of that, they're going to want more of your food. And they're not going to think you're some crazy hippie, granola person trying to force health on them. Okay? So get away from the force, get away from the telling people what to do, and just provide it. Here, have you eaten lunch yet? Here you go. Oh, did you eat dinner yet? Well, here you go. Why don't you have dinner with me? And that's how we can do it. And I'm telling you, not just the story I shared with you, but there's many others. I've been able to help people just get on a healthier path simply by doing what I just said. Just provide that for them, okay? And if they are living in your home, don't enable them. Enabling them makes everyone powerless. The enabler and the enablee. So, if it's really, really serious and, doctors already told them, if you eat this again, you're going to die or something, because doctors are pretty much the only ones they're going to listen to. And that usually doesn't happen. They usually just say, oh, take this drug or whatever. But get rid of those things that are not doing them good. Get rid of those microwave meals. Get rid of those, processed foods, the chips, the Oreos, the, whatever it is people eat nowadays, pinwheels, or I don't know, maybe that was 30 years ago, but you know what I'm saying. And provide the healthier substitute, the healthier alternative, so they know that getting healthy doesn't have to be boring, doesn't have to be bland. It can be even more healthful and delicious than before, and definitely more delicious than they could ever imagine, okay? So we're all creatures of habit. We don't want to, we're not going to go from cheeseburgers and Diet Coke to dandelion tea and, celery sticks overnight. It's just not going to happen. So just be patient, provide the alternative, and I guarantee when they are ready, they will, they're going to feel the difference. And after they feel the difference, and when they're thinking, wow, this is kind of weird, they will come to you. And they will ask for advice. I promise you that. So just keep it up. Provide those alternatives. Don't, whine and gripe and, nag and, oh, can't you just eat this? That's going to kill you and this is going to make you strong. Eat more spinach because I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. No, that doesn't work. Just provide it for them. Make it delicious. Add lots of extra herbs so they get the healing power of that too. And it'll be fun for everyone. So just try it and let me know how it works for you. But I'm telling you, it works. It's worked for me multiple times. The harping has never worked. Not once. Okay? So if it's worked for you, cool. Let me know. But I've never seen it work. What I have seen work is planting the seeds of love and providing alternatives for them. Just kind of be cool and, here, have you tried this? So, anyways, let me know how it goes for you. And thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.